All right. Welcome to Afternoon Coffee with the Absolute Divine Lovers. I'm Edgar.
And I'm Sunny.
Yeah.
Shall we cheers?
Yeah. Cheers.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like we're the Bob Ross of tarot.
Mid sip, he says.
Oh, yeah. It's all in the timing, folks.
Well, we take our time.
We do.
I don't really feel a need to speed through anything. I feel like people watch reads mostly in leisure or in traffic. I watch some or listen while I'm cooking.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Maybe
unless you have a need for speed.
I always have a need for speed. I have a short attention span to get to the point. Yeah. But yeah, no, so many good readers out there.
If you did want a straight to the point type thing or some one-on-one attention, Edgar gives very good reads.
Yeah, drop a comment and if you're interested, and I will reply to you and let you know how to get a hold of me. And also, Sunny is an incredible not only reader but medium. And her website is now up and live. I don't know if you want to give that a little plug.
I'll put it in the comment section.
Okay, yeah. We'll put it in the description. It'll be in this description. But yeah.
We're going to do another collective read unless you had something.
No. I didn't hear it like anything else.
Okay.
I'm just like wondering where to start because I'm kind of being pulled to the Thoth deck. You've got the Egyptian deck in your hands.
Okay.
So do you want to start with maybe some oracle cards and then we build on that?
I want you to do your thing with the Thoth deck. Yeah. Okay. And then I might like clarify with tarot or pull two of these Egyptian
so you're just
cards.
warming up your hands.
Yeah, I mean, that's I haven't touched them yet. I was making chili. I was in the kitchen while Edgar was setting up.
All right.
Gotta make the most of your time.
Yeah.
We're all talking about need for speed and slow down, making the most of your time. Oh, that's what this is about. It's about timing. Oh, so we're doing a reading about timing, I guess. Yeah. That's so cool. Oh, and see the way we just fell into that?
Yeah, and my whole head just buzzed. So there's your confirmation. So, okay. So let's see.
I love this.
Just a little prayer over the cards here. Get them activated. Tell us about this divine timing. What is going on? Let's slow it down. And yes, I shuffle differently than everybody else on the planet. This is just the way I do it. I got big hands. Chariot. What else do you have? There's definitely movement here.
I would say something about a need for speed, and then the Chariot is the first card out.
Right. You've got the Nine of Wands, which is all about strength. So yeah, some of you may be in that wounded warrior energy. Princess of Wands.
Are you okay if I go ahead and start doing clarifiers?
Yeah, go ahead and start doing clarifiers. I'm wondering if I'm going to stop at 3, but I want to do 4. So I'm going to do 4, I think.
Okay.
Interesting.
Is it all right facing this way?
Yeah, this is perfect, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't look, so.
Well, it's upside down to everybody else, but it looks right to us.
We can flip it?
Nah, it's too hard to read that way.
Clarifying the Chariot is the King of Wands, followed by the Four of Pentacles. I am actually going to do one of these Egyptian Oracle for each one of these instead of just 2.
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize.
I heard something about messages from the moon, which was interesting. I mean, I obviously got it from looking at these arrows where we're talking about speed and pace and timing.
Yeah.
And these are,
And
it says strength, but I saw them as downloads, which I don't know. I mean, it's different every time, honestly.
It definitely could be like you've got a star at the back of the card behind all the wands, and that could be the divine trying to relay its message, and all of these things that are like coming across your path are just blocking you, and they're getting in your way, and you've got, the divine is here again, and you've got this moon coming down towards you.
It's interesting because there's already so many different ways to read this.
Yeah.
I'd like to kind of
Let's poke around
read
and see.
all of them. You know what I
Read
mean?
all of them, and let's see what Spirit has to say.
I just heard game players, lots of game players, but I don't necessarily know if that's something that's like somebody playing games as it is like people who were involved in the collective's read here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are able to spend time solitary, and others who have to be around more people than they want to be on the day-to-day. Nice. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Pentacles.
I want Nine of Cups over here.
Wow, this is it's looking intense. And one of the ways that we could read this is through a very almost fairy tale like love read, but I want to do that not first.
Yeah.
Not first.
You know what's funny when you ask me, like, what do you want to do? I was asking Sunny about incense earlier, and she said, whatever you want to do. And I went and I grabbed the rose incense because I was like, oh, yeah, we want some love. And then I was like, this is going to be like a love read. And I didn't think this was going to be a love read, but it might be a love read.
How about we read it as 2 different things, 2 different ways, and then have 2 different captions?
Well, yeah, we can do it that way. Absolutely.
It kind of goes with what we were talking about with the flexibility of tarot last read.
Yeah, no, it might just intertwine too.
And I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
I lost it.
Alrighty.
Well, I'll take the top row since you pulled the clarifiers.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the chariot in this deck is really it is the traditional chariot. It is about motion. It is Cancer, but it is very much about keeping that water in that bowl that charioteer is holding, right? So it's keeping your cool in amongst the chaos. It's almost like finding your zen in the chaos of life, and it's keeping your eyes on the prize, which, in this case, this King of Wands is looking at this relationship and wondering how this is all going to work, because it is going to cause conflict and war.
It's funny what you were saying about this card right here, because look, you were talking about movement, and the one word that you were leaving out, and I don't know if it was so I could interject. Like, I don't think it was purposeful, but it's always certainly. No, I'm kidding. I see a camera lens right here, and it's focused.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, if we were starting with the love read,
let's just flow. Let's just flow and see what happens.
This King of Wands is moving towards some type of contract.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of things going on either, I feel like it's heavily on this person, conflict and war. I'm not really sure how to show
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Here. Let me see. Like this.
you know, interestingly enough, too, the next row at the bottom says removal of obstacles. So it's funny the way that this is going to flow. I mean, it's definitely a story that we were meant to tell, or that we needed to be aware of.
So could this be the like I'm almost seeing like the progression of like the charioteer is this king of wands, right? And he's hyper focused. And to use your camera analogy, right, is
Hmm.
like watching this relationship.
Oh, wow. So you mean it's something that he's not involved in?
That's what I just got.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So and then yeah, he's like, I'm gonna fight for this. I don't care what it does, like, and
Okay.
that's one
I
interpretation.
mean, it totally is. I just
Yeah.
saw it from a
I'm a,
different angle.
yeah,
That's
or he
all.
could be like, I'm a fight for your love, baby.
Well, I wonder what else is going on. It makes me want to pull more cards, but
Well,
let's keep it simple,
yeah,
right?
well, let's get through what we've got on the table, and then let's, if we
Okay.
need to repull, let's repull. Yeah, the Nine of Wands, obviously in the if you're familiar with the Rider Waite, that's the we like to call the wounded warrior, right? It's like you've been through so many trials and tribulations and battles, and you're beat up, and you have to stay strong. You have to keep fighting.
You've already tackled a lot of the obstacles, but there's more to come because it's a
Yeah,
complex situation,
yeah.
in which it looked like if this King of Wands at some point, I mean, keep in mind too, if we read it as a love read, we're going to make reference to this King of Wands, right? But he could also be a boss. So,
Hmm.
I mean, we know people whose boss is somebody who could be their advocate or who could be their foe. I mean,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And there's the happy medium, or there's the two sides of the spectrum.
Yeah,
um for whatever reason, either you or or him, which also could be feminine too, because their energies, right, is
okay.
holding back their
So
energy.
let me do this. I'm gonna put a bridge card here and
Oh, nice.
see what happens. See what the let's see
Can
what
I
the
say something before you do that?
please.
You're the best. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're like, stop. So you're making me blush. The Four of Pentacles, he's holding back his energy while he fights the removal of obstacles. While he gets things out of the way that he needs to tend to. Also, I just heard the word addiction. So
Interesting.
that is interesting. I mean, that's like pretty detailed. This is getting more and more specific.
Okay. I'm really curious if the King of Wands is in a negative polarity, or in a if he's the hero or the villain of this story. Like, I'm really curious about that. So I'm going to ask for a bridge between the King of Wands and the Four of Pentacles.
Cool.
All right, and let's see what we get.
Wow. Imagine if this King of Wands is somebody who was learning to embrace their dark side before they could have a contract.
So what were we talking about in the last read? Villain eras. Like,
Oh
a
my
lot of people are coming
goodness.
into their villain eras, and they're going
There,
after.
there it is.
Yeah, this is the Knight of Swords.
Oh wow. I,
So
sorry, go ahead. You.
the first impression I got was defense.
Okay. I heard sleepless nights.
Okay, so maybe this King of Wands is kind of in a negative polarity.
But I don't necessarily know that it's malintended. It's almost like just what he's dealing with personally is what it feels like.
Yeah,
Because there isn't like they're not matching counterparts, but there's another energy here, okay, who could be a match for this. But she doesn't come up until the third row, which means that a lot of this energy, it's his, and it's could be directed towards somebody or himself.
So like he's trying to remove his obstacles in order to go after
Hmm.
this Queen of Pentacles.
Like, let's say that for whatever reason you had to move away for a job,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to remove my obstacles in my life in order to go join you,
Oh,
or vice versa.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, so the sleepless nights could be because of distance or turmoil or addiction, like,
Or all of it combined,
yeah,
which would really suck. I hope
conflict and war. That's
it could be inner conflict. I just heard like war, like a mental war, like emotional war.
mm,
Um, ooh, so maybe this is about timing because now that you're talking about like moving or making a big decision, right? The King of Wands is kind of just sitting there to like find his opportunity, find his strength, is holding back, is like ready to come in and just cut things up. Then you've got the Seven of Wands. It's about defending your position and the removal of obstacles. In the next row, we go to the Princess of Wands. And this very much is about like having your connection to the divine, having like all of this power that you're almost not acknowledging. The fact that you've got all of these gifts um, that are creative. It's almost like you're so connected to the divine that you're not seeing what's right in front of you, and you've got all of these things attached, and like you're like in free spirit mode. It's like the peak of summer, and you're just like you've got your hands outstretched at the sky, and you want all of the sunlight, you want all of the warmth, and you're forgetting that there are all these things that you have the ability to create from.
I like the way that you paint pictures for people out of what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really vivid. I I have something as well.
Oh, go for it.
But I had to say that because, well, one of the reasons why I want to say it is because the things that we think about are very powerful, and the way that you're able to explain them to people, um, it's worth listening to. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm not like trying to like give you. I'm not trying to inundate you with compliments, but
you want my phone number?
I already have it.
Okay.
Okay. So I see a cord.
Okay.
It looks like an astral cord that's connected to this Queen of Pentacles. And it's interesting because the Queen of Pentacles and this Princess of Wands could be completely different energies. But when I saw that just kind of go into her head, it's almost like, okay, when the Queen of Pentacles decides to go up, she's connected to something. What is it? What is it? Because you can't see it, but she keeps going there.
Yeah, but look at the expression on her face on the Queen of Pentacles card. She's dreaming.
Cool, calm, and collected.
But to me, she's like in her head, she's in her heart, she's longing for something.
Her eyes are almost closed.
Yeah.
You know how when you sleep, your eyes are pretty much closed, but sometimes there are one little like slit of eyeball that you can see.
Yeah.
And then we have the Emperor right here, who is either another energy or how she's viewing this person that she's from a distance from. And then we have inundation. See, this, and this starts to get pretty dark gray.
Yeah.
I don't see anything like of malintent here, but it looks a little bit dramatic, and like it has a lot of layers to it. Okay.
Yeah, and then you move into the Seven of Discs, which Rider-Waite, Seven of Pentacles is more about like watching your garden grow. In the Thoth deck, this is more about,
for comparison's sake.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. You're tending to your garden, you're watching it grow. In the Thoth deck, it's starting to rot. And that's from inactivity.
Wow.
and stagnation.
That's pretty powerful.
So it's almost like your garden bore fruit, and you are just ignoring the harvest, which is interesting because you've got this Two of Cups. Oh, so maybe this is a love read because they're thinking about like the fruit that is one of these connections is not being harvested because there's this young Knight of Cups over here like going like, hey, what's up? But there's respect and admiration, and that's creating the holdback.
Okay. So the union that is not here, but is like, what is it, on a low simmer, like the chili in the kitchen right now?
Yeah, like it's almost like this King of Wands, right? He's wanting to charge in and kind of bust this up, right? But then there's this Knight of Pentacles with this Emperor, but then there's also this Knight of Cups. This is like Shakespearean, like,
It's quite, yeah, yeah.
Let's pull. I want another one here on failure, on the failure roll. Tell me more about the Seven of Discs, the Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords, please.
This is like caption, it's complicated.
Eight of Cups. So somebody is going to make a really tough decision and walk away. Somebody's going to give up something that is very meaningful to them, or was very meaningful to them, that has lost its value.
I did get a song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do me one more time.
Wow.
No?
No, it was, I think it's Phil Collins.
Oh my goodness.
It's the one that says, how could I just let you walk away and leave without a trace? Yeah, the good old Phil Collins. Okay.
So it looks like there's an energy of walking away from something.
Or the perception that one or the other has done so.
Okay.
May I, on the Two of Cups?
Whatever you want.
But I want to get a little fancy.
Okay.
Can we pull from the Hecate Oracle?
Oh, okay. On the two?
Oh my gosh, it's too hard.
Oh man. Okay.
It's also kind of giving past life.
Well, it feels like it feels like the chords are very long.
Look how thick this is, and look how many there are.
What were you just saying? We got the Origins card here.
Oh my goodness. I said it was giving past life, and then he pulled the Origins card from the Hecate deck.
All right. Should we pull one more?
Yes.
Two more.
Sure.
She just said two more.
All right.
Sacrifice.
Oh my goodness. This is a broken soul contract.
It is.
Oh, wow.
Kleidokos, the key bearer, unlocking. So you're being set free. You're definitely being set free. Whoever it is that is just feeling trapped in their relationship and is scared to walk away because, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not what you want. Go ahead.
What you just said, it's not what you want. Let's see why, whichever energy is in that space.
Okay.
Why is it not what they want? Okay. I mean, that's like super specific, right?
It is super specific.
Oh my goodness. If somebody went against divine guidance, it's
S-
not what you want. It's literally the opposite of what this person wants.
so they're breaking the.
And I think that there's going to be a massive change that takes place. Wow. Oh my goodness. I can almost feel like the tension in the head of the person who is in the place where they don't feel inspired, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not just about a broken soul contract. It's about somebody feeling like they're encapsulated in an environment that is conflict and war and the Nine of Swords.
That's so funny. I just saw a snow globe. Like,
oh,
you
like
know,
that's not a happy version. That's like a
No.
horror movie.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Like poor Coraline's parents.
And that is all I have really that I'm pulling from this read specifically.
I think, like, I don't feel done. So.
Okay. Wow. He's laughing because the timer in the kitchen just beeped.
And so even though I don't feel done, we're done. That's the divine saying that's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is the bottom of this deck which gives more details.
That's the Fool, yeah, and I've got the Nine of Cups here, which is Nine of
Ooh, and then
happiness.
what about purification?
So there's happiness, strife, truce, works, science,
Okay.
and the universe.
Edgar.
Yes.
What were you just saying about a snow globe?
Yeah.
Look at the bottom of the deck, the purification deck.
Oh yeah.
He's completely. Yeah. So if whoever was in the not so wonderful energy, they are basically having to change every single thing and call upon who they or the divine. Okay, I'll just say the divine.
Yeah.
For assistance in.
Oh, that's funny because look at what's at the bottom of the Hecate deck. Guidance.
Wow.
There is a way out. You know, there's Hecate holding the torch, leading you down the shadowy hallway.
This is
There's knowledge.
It's retreat. Funny you said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I hate to tell you well, okay, I'm not allowed to say anything else. But just if you did it, you did it. If you haven't done it, think about it.
Spirit just whispered, "Run, Forrest, run." Right?
Yeah.
And what does Forrest get? He gets a beautiful son that he made with a woman that he loved. I love the way we look at it from such different perspectives. Oh my goodness. We are the absolute divine lovers. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far.